Welcome today to a guide talking about 10 cards I think you should unlock in Duel Links as your time and resources allow. All but one of these cards are available free from gyms, but will require card trading materials or keys to duel at the legendary duelist portal. As a word of warning, you generally want to look at these cards as generic cards you get in between your archetype specific cards, depending on if you're just starting out or as a veteran player to give you some incentive to grind some of the older characters you may not have paid attention to from the earlier eras of Duel Links. Some of these cards will also be super useful no matter how long you played, while others will be replaced by cards you buy either within the archetype you've chosen to play or more modern versions you get from packs with gems or real money. Also, if a card comes from the card trader, you will need the specific rarity orbs it requires plus generic crafting materials depending on what type of card it is, whether it's a spell, trap, monster, etc. After watching, if you feel we missed any or have your own suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below, and if you like our content, like and subscribe. Now on to the list. Starting off our list at number 10 is Polymerization. It's a spell that helps a ton of different archetypes, but does nothing for non-fusion decks, earning its low spot on this list. The only thing keeping it from being lower is the huge variety of fusion decks in Duel Links, and the ability to recycle or search it out via a variety of different spells, monsters, and traps. You can get one copy of Polymerization for free by leveling up Jolie Wheeler in the Duel Monsters era to level 5, or you can check the card trader's regular stock and acquire it for super rare orbs. Reupload is our number 9 card. It's an interesting card from the early days of Duel Links that has fallen in popularity as the rise of archetype-specific removal tools took its place. However, Reupload can allow you to get rid of any monster that can be targeted by spell effects, regardless of how strong their attack is. Its effect takes half of the targeted monster's attack and gives it to another monster of the user's choosing. Using this card, you could take out a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon with, say, a Kuriboh, and the best part is the Kuriboh would survive. Grab this one from the card trader's regular stock for ultra rare orbs. At number 8, Pot of Dichotomy isn't as splashable in as many decks as a lot of the other cards in this list, but it can be very valuable in the right situation. Being able to return 3 monsters to your deck or extra deck and then draw 2 cards can change the entire flow of the game. You can grab Pot of Dichotomy in the card trader's regular stock for super rare orbs. Sliding in at number 7 is an equip spell, Power of the Guardians. One of the only cards in this list that will require you to spend real money or some of your gems to get. Power of the Guardians is an insane equip spell that allows you to place 1 counter on the equip spell every time the monster is equipped to attacks or is attacked by a monster, raising its attack by 500 for every counter. Yes, that means if a monster is able to attack multiple times in one battle phase, it'd get a stacking 500 point attack boost every time it attacked. Plus, if the monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can just remove 1 counter from the Power of Guardians instead. This card is pretty splashable in most decks, though can be a dead draw in some archetypes. You'll either have to purchase the starter deck Master of Chaos EX or RNG roll the Dimension of Wizards box at 50 gems a pack. Luckily it is only a normal rarity card, so it shouldn't take that many gems to get 1 copy or multiple copies if you're interested. Getting back to the card trader stock, our number 6 spot is a spell card named Spiritualism. Spiritualism is a somewhat lackluster card, deserving its lower spot on this list. Its effect only returns 1 spell or trap, whether it's face up or face down, on the field to the opponent's hand, but at least prevents your opponent from activating anything in response to it. However, depending when you started playing and where you've invested your gems you've got thus far, this may be the only viable way to remove spells and traps off the field, even if it's only for 1 turn. Use it to secure the victory kill and you shouldn't have too much to complain about. You can buy this from the regular stock at the card trader for super rare orbs. Burning at number 5 in our hearts is Lava Golem. As time keeps on passing, more and more annoying hard to remove monsters are added to Duel Links. Things that cannot be targeted, cannot be destroyed, immune to card effects, etc. But Lava Golem is one good consistent way of removing those problems. The idea is mainly to tribute away things that you wouldn't normally be able to deal with, and then destroying or setting up a way to protect yourself from Lava Golem. Though in a pinch, getting rid of things and just sacrificing things to the Golem to whittle down their HP isn't the worst idea either, if a little inconsistent. You can grab Lava Golem as a reward for unlocking a Yami Merrick in the Duel Monsters era, or dueling Yami Merrick via the legendary Duel portal. Soaring up into the number 4 spot is Windstorm of Etiquette. Windstorm of Etequa is an older card from a more civilized time of Duel Links, before synchros, Xyzs, pendulums, and other things were added. Don't sleep on it though. Its ability allows you to stop an all-out assault on your monsters or life points from multiple enemy monsters, or even go on the offensive by changing the opponent's battle positions to your advantage. You can pick this trap up by leveling Mai in the Duel Monsters era to level 25, which makes it a total no-brainer. As we've climbed further up this list, the cards have gotten more powerful and more splashable, with the number 3 spot Kiteroid being no exception. Able to block a direct attack from your hand, and then block another direct attack by banishing itself from the graveyard even in the same turn, is a 2-for-1 special you'd be silly to pass on. Especially because you can get Kiteroid via the card trader's flex inventory rolls for super rare orbs. Enemy Controller Konami coded its way to our number 2 pick because it is relatively easy to get early on by mass dueling Seto Kaiba in the Duel Monsters era Legendary Duelist portal for keys. It also hosts 2 effects in 1, making it very adaptable to your situation and the tactics you need, whether you need to change an opponent's monster's battle position or take control of the monster at the cost of one of your own. Plus it's a quick play spell. There is very little else you could ask for in a card in the Duel Links meta. Even in the modern era, it is a viable gain-ending card if played correctly, by either removing a threat about to kill you, or a monster you want to protect, to sacking a weaker monster to take control of their stronger monster to attack for the win. Enemy Controller is very adaptable. Reborning the monster is our number 1 pick, Monster Reborn, and as far as the reasoning goes, it's Monster Reborn. Insanely powerful and can reverse the game state if used at the appropriate times, Monster Reborn can be splashed into literally any deck due to special summoning your or your opponent's monsters from the graveyard. For now, you can attain this card simply by logging in and checking your inbox if you haven't received it already. And with that, we've reached the end. Hopefully you found at least 1 or 2 of these suggestions helpful. I'd also like to just remind you that I'm not saying this is a comprehensive list that you will never replace because these are the very best and you're going to use them in every deck you make, but rather small goals to work towards unlocking that can be handy bridging cards to breed in deck online that you don't have all the cards for, or solutions to various issues your deck may face without spending many or any gems. We hope you'll tune in again for our next guide. Take it easy, world. If you end up liking the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, and hit that bell notification. Now on with the video. Meow.